So here you don't have to use a band. Sometimes it's easier to get on the floor and put your band on. You know, you do you. And for some of these, we may do a set without the band because you're gonna have a different range of motion if you don't use the band. So we're gonna start. You can be on your elbows is my preferred place to be. You could be up here on your hands. I just find there's a greater tendency to arch the back. You wanna draw your abs in, like you're tucking your tailbone under a little bit. And we're just gonna lift this leg 20 times. Let's go. Straight up and down. So the band, where it is placed, will make a difference. You're just trying to create tension, right? Pull your abs in. This is a great exercise to activate your glutes, and you can do it without the band. So I highly recommend that you count yours for all the reasons. You may not be going the same pace as me. I am very likely to lose count. Pull your abs in, lengthen your spine. Now remember, your glutes are not like fresh. They've been working this whole class so far. Assuming you did the first half of class. So when you get to 20, you switch, and it's okay if you are pressing out a little bit with that leg, right? Like you're just creating tension. Lengthen your spine, draw your abs in, keep coming back to that. Keep breathing. And you want to keep your focus on the muscle you're working. Check your shoulders. Pull your abs in. It's such a great place to be in this meditation in motion. Keep coming back to where you are. A couple more. And then we switch. Yes? First side goes. Right? Because we don't do just one set. The first set, you were just getting it started. On this second set, I want you to play with your range of motion. Draw your abs in and see if you can lift, like you lift up and then you add a little extra. Keep checking your shoulders. Keep squeezing your abs. Yes. And it's going to sound weird, but I want you to connect to the muscles that you are working. So I want you to focus on where you feel this, which should be your glutes. Right? Like focus on that contraction. And then you switch. So you're pulling the shoulders back, pulling your abs in. That little pause at the top, it's what creates more sensation, so it's the thing that's tempting to avoid. But that little pause at the top is where you're really going to create something new. And that's what we want. So you can bend, you can move, you can walk, you can sit, you can stand, you can hinge. You can do all the cool stuff in life, and it isn't hard, right? The rest of your day isn't hard. The rest of your week isn't as hard. Moving isn't as uncomfortable. All right, so when you've done all of those, sit back for a second, let your face be up, and then we're gonna go to a straight leg. I call it a rainbow. You're gonna tap one leg out here, and then tap across the leg. So it's an up and over, up and over, called a rainbow because that's the shape you're making with your foot. If you had a paintbrush attached to your foot, you would be making a rainbow, yes? 20 and 20. If you need to, take the band off. Be patient, stay with yourself. And when you're ready, take it away. Keep drawing your abs in. Keep squaring your hips. Yes? Lift out of the hip bones a little bit. Extend that leg. Pull your core in. I know, 20 on purpose, because that's where you start to really feel it, is after 10, I find. Are you breathing? Yes? Woo! Come on, leg. If you need to, you could take the band off. Keep drawing your abs in. I keep saying that because I know that the abs can like drop out and then your lower back is taking a lot of force. So obviously you have two legs. Check your hips. Are they still square? Are you rocking over to one side? Yeah. I want to review why we want to do glute work. Not only do you look better, your posture is so much better when your glutes are active. If your glutes shut down, they flatten out, and then your back and your hamstrings take on more strain. So your energy, your posture, which directly impacts your mood, is related to your glutes. So I'm going to make the connection that if you have better glutes, you will be in a better mood. You'll be a happier person. I know that's a stretch, but if you really follow the chain, they go together. You move better, you have more power. You ever run because you're being chased and you have better glutes, you're going to go faster. I hope you counted yours. And yes, this one, optional. You can use the band. You have to do set number 2 because you did set number 1 only for the point of doing set number 2. I just want to give you a second to like be in a different position. Band on or band off. I'm going to try it with band on, and I'm willing to take it off if I need to. So, because I don't know, maybe my glutes are going to be stronger. I wouldn't want to miss that. All right, so second set, you can usually go a little bit faster with better form. Pull your core in, draw your shoulders back. All you have to do is get started. If you're tempted to be so busy you have to stop right now, just start. Just start and see. Abs in. Whew. Yeah, it's good. Pull your abs in again and again and again. How are you doing? Yes? I feel like my rainbow on that set was a little smaller. Yeah, okay. 2 sides. You're working at your own pace, but you're extending that leg. You're breathing. How are you doing? Yes? Bring your mind back to your glutes. Bring your mind back to your hip bones. Where are they pointed? How are you positioned? What's happening in your core? This is a great way to counter sitting. Yeah, because you want to shut down your glutes. Sit more. And I am an example of that. Whew. You know, when I started having to sit more instead of coming and going, getting in and out of the car, standing up, teaching a class, coming here, going there, and I was just sitting in front of the computer doing my stuff, my glutes shut down. I have a weight in my lap. This is optional. I mean, we're gonna do bridges. If you have the band on, you're gonna create a little bit more tension. You know, you can push out against it and activate more. You can have one weight. I'm gonna do 2 weights. Yep, because why not? We're here. Feet straight down, hips are lifting up, 20 times bridges, right? So you're tucking the hips under. If you have the band on, you're pushing out slightly into it, and you're engaging your glutes. Your glute max, your gluteus maximus is the name of that muscle, the biggest muscle in your whole body, which is kind of surprising. I've actually checked that a couple times because I'm like, it seems like the lats are bigger, but all the textbooks say it. Your glutes are the biggest. Maybe when they shut down, they're not anymore. So here we are waking them up. Squeeze at the top. So this is another one. You could bob up and down, or you can lift and like push into your heels, press into the balls of the feet, flex and squeeze. I know we're pushing this. And then when you get to your 20, I don't know whether that was my 20, we're gonna lift up, press the knees in, press the knees out, set it down. So band or no band, it doesn't matter. In, out, set down. Just try not to lose your band if you have it and want to keep it. This is our last series. Let's go. Lift, in, out, down, up, in. So you're holding the lift at the top, pressing the knees together like you are squeezing like into a foam block, like you're squeezing it together and down. So you've got to create the tension. You could definitely, I've seen my daughter does some little stuff with YouTube workouts, and I see these girls like popping their up, in, out, down, like just swinging everything around, and it's not nearly as effective as when you press down, squeeze, resist, contract, and down with so much purpose and tension and flex. Yes? But you know what it requires is better focus. You've got to focus, and you've got to be willing to go through that motion. You've got to be willing to follow slower, more concentrated contraction. Right? It's easy to just fling things around. It still burns. I'm going one more. Are you counting yours? All right, set it down. My glutes are kind of on fire. Okay, now back to these. When you get your 20 done, if you're counting yours and you're not near 20, please do your 20. I might have cheated myself out of a few because I was talking about your pace. So when you're ready, 20 of these, second round through, and then you're complete. Here we go. So remember, resist, flex, and squeeze. Yes? You got it. So check yourself. I was just checking myself because I can feel myself pushing backwards. And I want to be sure my feet are positioned so I'm pushing straight up, right? Breathing, using the band if you want to, if you're up for it. Whew. I know, this one, I feel like you might feel it later. Drive into each heel. Notice which side. You have a side that wants to give up and you have a side that is willing to take over, and this is your opportunity to notice it and focus on the side that wants to give up. And then when you're done with your 20, you set your weights down. Lift, squeeze in, press out and down 20 times, and your glute work is done. Here we go. Lift, in, out. So it's that resist, squeeze, release, set it down. Squeeze, that resistance. Tuck under, press down, check your feet. Can you press through the heels, through the balls of the feet? Yes, like all of this is on fire on me. I don't know about you, but this isn't like no sensation, right? That's what the rest of the day is for. The rest of the day, although if you sit for a while and you stand up, you might remember you did this. The rest of the day is for you to move around, getting stronger, right? The things are happening while you go about the other stuff. Squeeze in from your core. Oh, we used to have all 15. I said it was going to be 10. It takes a while when we do a bunch of reps, one side at a time. Just don't miss one. Don't cheat yourself out of a rep. Create sensation in every rep. All the way, because then you're finished. Unless you want to come back and do it again later. Just finish it now. Lift up. This is how you get where you want to go with strength and with fitness. Thank goodness. Take this band off if you have it on. Freedom. Extend and bend. Just, release as much as you need to, and then see about crossing one leg and doing a slow spine twist, which may feel really good to lengthen all that we contracted for so long. Relax your feet. And then to the other side. Yes? Amazing. That just feels really good. I kind of don't want to get out of this, but I will. Uncross, hug in, release your lower back, shake it out. You know what you're doing, breathing in, breathing out, making your way to standing, slowly coming up at your own pace, at your own time, each side. And now you are no longer the same as you were an hour ago. You've created change that you can't take back, and it's all for the better.